Okay, part two. Okay, so I was saying that this happened all the time. Every year I could count on this happening. It was a normal thing. So, as a child, I mean, what can I do? Nobody's there to help me. Nobody's watching me. Nobody sees that he's doing anything. So, I mean, every time the guys look at me like I'm a lollipop. So, now I am 11 years old, and my mother has explained to me. No, let me go back. I'm in the sixth grade. I'm 11 years old, and they are talking about sex education. And I'm looking on the chalkboard, and I see that they have an illustration of a woman's body, ovary, fallopian tubes, and everything. And then they have a picture of a man's body, penis, testicles, and stuff. I see all this on the board. Now I'm looking at that, and I'm saying, they're explaining how babies are conceived. So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I'm 11. So I'm saying, this penis thing fits over here in the vagina. That's what my uncle's doing. That's nasty. I could have a baby. And at the time, my cycle had started. So I don't know. He's grooming me to a certain age, I guess. He had not penetrated, but I know it was coming. It was coming. Okay, so now I'm sitting there thinking, how am I going to get out of this? Because if I tell my dad, my father was, I don't know, 6'3", 270. He played professional football in the 60s. So he's a big dude. And my mother is like 5'7", 5'8". I don't know. She's a tall woman. And I don't want to get a whooping. That was the brainwash. That was the threat. I did not want to get a whooping. I didn't realize that all I had to do is tell them, and he would be in trouble, not me. But I don't know that. I'm a child. I don't know. So I know what I'll do is the next time we go to Texas, I'm going to fix him. So I'm already figuring out in my brain what I'm going to do to him. So we go to Texas. And it's a hot summer night. My mother, my auntie, and my grandmother, they go out. And they leave me and my brothers in the house with the babysitter. So now, I'm 11. My youngest brother is 8. And my oldest brother is 12. And then we had a first cousin, I think he might have been 14. So they put them in one room, and they put me in another room, which is isolating me, because if anything happened to me, I'm in a room by myself and nobody knows what's going on. So, and this happened all the time. They always put me in a separate room, and he's always coming into my bedroom. All right. So, like I said, it's a hot summer night, and maybe it's about 12. I don't know. It's late. It's early in the morning. And I hear the screen door slam. So, like, back in those days, they didn't have, like, the hydraulic thing at the top to make the door close softly. Well, it slammed. And when it slammed, it clued me that he's coming. I could basically count his steps. So I hear him. I hear him mumbling. And he walks through the living room. He comes down the hallway. And he comes into my bedroom. I can smell his alcohol. He passes my bed. He stands at the edge of the bed. I have on a nightie, and I have a sheet over me. I'm laying on my back because I'm anticipating him coming in there. I got something for him. So he pulls the sheet off, and he takes his penis out, and he grabs both sides of my panties, and he begins to pull them down. And right when he began to pull it down, I said, "If you touch me, I'm going to tell my daddy." And he looked at me. I said, "If you touch me, I'm going to scream so loud that my brothers next door will hear me." And he looked. He didn't say nothing. He's drunk. He didn't say nothing. He put his penis back in his pants, and he turned around and he walked out of the room. And I turned over and went to sleep. And from that point on, until he died when I was 17, he never bothered me again. He never touched me again. I didn't tell my mother because I didn't want to get a whipping. I didn't tell my father. I didn't want to go through nothing, so I didn't tell nobody. My brothers don't know. My family don't know. They'll know now when they hear this video, when they watch this video. But I kept that locked inside for decades. My mother died in 2009. My father died during COVID, 2021. And I never told them. But I didn't feel like I needed to tell them because my mother's dying. Why would I tell her? Why would I give her stress, Why would I tell my father, Oh, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. But the reason why I'm telling my story today is so that anyone else that is going through this, that is an overcomer and is still having problems with the mental side of this, I just hope that this could give someone else an encouragement, that they can overcome this. They may not have had an opportunity like me to save themselves, but I definitely suggest to seek help and to be kind to yourself. Self-love is very, very important. It's very essential in something like this. And like I said, I feel like it didn't affect me. I do have a couple other stories, and when I tell these other stories, you will find that it did affect me. But I didn't think it did, but it did. It did. It affected me in a different way. So anyway, stay tuned. That's the end of the story, and I will post another story. Take care. Peace.